Hello, my name's Aitken from Masters Academy Plymouth. Today we're filming for the Warrior Collective and we're going to be doing head movement for Thai boxing and head movement for kickboxing. Okay. Now this is kind of one of those areas where it's a little bit it's a little bit kind of one of those things where you want to be able to move your head, because obviously you can't use your hands to defend yourself. You can't always cover up like this every time. You kind of want to be able to move and evade shots. At the same time of doing that, you don't want to be dropping your head low like you would in boxing to where you can receive elbows and knees. So first we'll go through a couple of the kind of the don'ts, okay, the things that you don't want to do. Now obviously in boxing, you know, you've got things like your bomb weave and whatever. Don't do anything for me, Gary, just yet. But if I'm slipping or if I'm rolling, I kind of want to avoid being in this low area right here. Being in this area right here puts me right in line for those knees and for those kicks. It becomes very dangerous as well. If you look at my posture as well, my posture, I want to be able to kind of, I definitely want to be able to kick. I definitely want to be able to move. And from here, if I can definitely receive an awful lot of strikes, and I may be able to move, but it's going to be quite a dangerous scenario. I learnt one, I'm not going to lie, I learnt the hard way in one of my fights before. I thought boxing head movement would be a good idea, and I got kneed in the face a few times, so I definitely recommend not dropping too low for sure on that one. Okay, so that's kind of like the don'ts when it comes to head movement. The kind of do's with it is, yes, you can move your head, you can slip, you can bomb weave, or you can roll or whatever, but you kind of want to keep it all fairly upright, okay? You can jerk and you can move and you can shoulder shuck and drop, but you don't move too much. The best way that my coach wanted to teach me, my coach Tom Barlow, so basically said, you imagine you've got a set of crosshairs on you like a sniper, okay? All you want to do is you want to keep your head out of the center of those crosshairs, and that's literally it. Okay, so you don't need to move any more than that, and that should stop my head from dropping if I've got crosshairs on me constantly, dropping any lower than what I already am now with my head movement. Okay, so I want to stay out of going too low for the knees and for the kicks, because that's really, really important. So, first thing that we can kind of do is you've got your basic slip. I'm going to treat you like you guys already know it, so we're just going to slip right here. You should know that. But the secret skill is, with this one, is to be able to punch at the same time. But for the first drill, Gary's just going to throw slow jab and slow cross. I'm just going to slip. I slip, he throws a cross, I slip. He throws a jab, I slip, he throws a cross, I slip. Now the skillful drill with this one, again, is obviously we'll go 1 for 1 for like 30 seconds or so, so both of us get nice and used to it. And then after that, we're going to try and throw that punch and the slip at the same time. So as that punch comes out, I take my head just offline right here, okay? Just offline and just offline. Okay, so I'm just going pop, pop. So with my partner right here, both of us at the same time. Now ideally, in an ideal world, we both get this right for drill's sake. I aim to where Gary's head is and not where it's going. Make sure you do that, guys. Okay, I make sure I aim where it is and not where it's going. And as I slip, I move my head offline. The punch should brush past my ear fairly closely, just go over my shoulder. And we just get a nice little rally on the go. You start nice and slow, and you build up the speed depending on your skill level and how comfortable you get with it. So we start with our jab, super slow motion, and we both end up slipping. We go with our cross, we both end up slipping. We go with our jab, slip, cross, slip, jab, slip, cross, slip, and so on from there, okay? So that's a great basic way to sort of get used to throwing punches. And now this is really, really important when you're in your combinations, and when you're just in a sparring scenario. If I keep my head directly where it is and I throw a punch, my chin is kind of a little bit more up, and I throw that punch from there, and obviously it means that during mid-combination I can get hit, I can get my head snapped back. And I'm sure a lot of you guys have had that scenario, and it tends to be rather annoying. So if I can avoid that scenario, if I can avoid getting hit in the head as I'm trying to do my attacking part, that's always going to be very, very useful. Okay, so that's your kind of first little drill, slip with head movement. The second one that you're going to kind of do is your head movement while you kick, and this is also something fairly important because you can still get your strikes kind of, you can get a little bit immobilized with your strikes. So for example, if I'm throwing a kick and Gary throws his cross at the same time directly towards my face and I don't move, right at my head, boom. As I throw the kick one more time, boom. It kind of takes a little bit of the sting out of it. It can snap my head back a little bit. So one more time as I throw that kick right towards my face, at the same time, same time, same time. Good, nice. And that's the kind of thing that I'm looking for, okay? So I don't want that to happen. So the best thing that I can do is I treat it the same. I throw my cross, anything off my right side, I slip my head slightly to the left. So I'm going to slip my head slightly out on the left on that leg kick. Same thing, Gary, boom, and I go low, go, boom. And this just takes, hold that cross out, super slow motion. My head is just off that center point, okay? I'm just on the outside, I'm looking round towards Gary's ear, looking round towards the side of his face. One more time. Okay, so just from the beginning, basic head movement. Don't drop real low because you don't want to get kneed in the head. Next one, so from here, all that you're going to be doing is moving your head in kind of this area right here. Like you've got a sniper with their crosshairs on you, and you're just trying to move, and you don't want to get shot, you don't want to get dinged. Okay, so the next part is then you're going to punch, move your head at the same time. Super slow punch drill, punch and move, slip it. Cool, nice, and then another punch. Good, and punch, and so on until you get nice and used to that. And then your next variation of that is obviously at the same time. Gary's going to throw that cross as I throw my kick. As I throw my kick, boom, right towards my head. Boom, I don't want to get hit, so then I'm going to slip off line, and then I don't get hit. And the same thing applies for your left hand side again. As you throw your kick, you want to make sure you're out of line for that punch, so you take that head just off your center point. This has been a video for the Warrior Collective. Thank you very much. My name's Lewis Aitken. For more information, visit the Warrior Collective or visit martialartsplymouth.co.uk. Thank you.